Right, this is the capocollo or neck end, yeah?
Yep.
So we'll bone this out.
And this is the kind of thing we're really used to seeing as the the classic English
neck end
roast, yeah. Again, it's an extremely complex bit of meat once you're in there. So many muscles in there.
So what we're doing now is we're taking out the blade bone. Mm-hmm. Always use a knife as an extension of your finger, so where you feel bone, you cut. And that way you leave less on the bone and more with the joint of meat. So that's the blade bone. Or a table tennis bat for the Flintstones if you want it.
And so this is oh, brilliant. So this is the piece that would then be rolled to make that sausage shape you talked about?
We need to take the eye out, which is the eye here.
Got it. Okay.
So what we need to do is try and find the seam. So this gets all used for sausage production.
Right.
Okay. Okay, and this is what we start to trim back for the capocollo.
Oh, I can now start to see through that the classic pattern of a slice of copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's having a go at me for trimming too much off. Right. There you go. Tutto a posto. Sì, sì, può portare, grazie. Okay, this is the hand, guanciale. Again, they can be taken off, a bit meaty. The Italians, they used to salt them for 24, 48 hours, and they're like the equivalent of spare ribs back home.
Yeah. See, I'd always imagined it was sort of the cheek, but it's actually far more like the throat, isn't it?
Well, it's the cheek, goes back down the neck of the animal, and that's the guanciale. You've got to be very careful because all this is sort of quite high in sort of bug count, and it could turn very, very quickly.
This is the glandular stuff.
The glandular stuff, so we'll have to try and remove some of that. So that's pretty much your guanciale shape. Okay.
Back with the hand, yeah?
Back with the hand.
Right.
Okay. We'll take the trotter off first. And now we're going to skin it first to make it a little bit easier for them later when they're making the sausages. Oh, there you go. Okay. Do you want to do some cutting or shall...
Oh, I'd love to.
Right, okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So, what he wants to do, he wants us to cut this quite wide, right?
Okay.
So what we've got to do is basically, if I just score it quite lightly, we need to cut approximately that line there. Way down. Straight line.
A little bit of the edge of the table in there. Just forgive me for the splinters.
That's it. Okay. Belle stretta all'osso. Okay. We need to, when you sheet this out, you need to be as tight to the bone as possible because we need to leave as much meat on the pancetta as possible.
Got it. All right, not anywhere near as elegant as the pros, but God, this thing about holding the knife down tight like a
pen works, doesn't it?
It works. It really works.
Don't go too deep. Run a line here and go through the cartilage. Let's remove the sheet ribs and then we can sort out the cartilage later. Now you deal with the cartilage, so that way you haven't cut any long lesion.
It turns up as well, doesn't it?
It does.
I can really see how that would work, salted, and can already see across the end of it that pattern that you'd recognise, pancetta. That's just lovely. Look at that, even with the little holes at the end to hang it up. That'll be in the corner of the kitchen. You can lop a lump off and chuck it in your carbonara. It doesn't get any more gorgeous than that.
What you'll have to do is use your boning knife, cut along this line here because this is the eye and we don't want to cut into the eye. You cut along this line here, right the way along, then you turn the loin round, do the same process, put it on its side.
From this side then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you put it on its side, and then the two lines that you've made should meet in the middle and just nick it with a knife and your line should come off. In theory.
In theory.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't, there's a very angry man there. So let's hang it over the edge so we can open it up a bit.
Once again, you're letting the weight do the job.
The work.
There we go.
So what we're going to do is cut one with, hang on, just bear with us for a minute till I get my bearings, one and one without. Okay. And they cut it from this way round. Ew.
1, 2, 3, 4. La Madonna, ma che sono grosso!
E tu sei ritorno senza uno che...
Ma che sono grosso io!
Is he having a moment about your cutting?
He said to me, cut one with a bone, one without. I've done that, and they're too big.
Fa la braccia, la vuoi fare la
No, ma tu sei detto... What? Okay. I think they've just called me the son of a goat herder, I think. Oh, well, keep them happy.
It's been a privilege to join Bruno, Massimo and Mario breaking down the pig. I've learned a lot. I thought I knew a fair bit about pork, but there's no substitute for learning on the job, working with experts and really getting your hands on the meat. In our next film, the rest of the family join us to cure the meat, make salami and sausages, and I get to try a truly terrifying blood polenta.